Ladies and gentlemen, once again it is the Mason and Friends show featuring the illustrious poet Trey X.
One time for your mind, two time for your soul.
As well as the pharmacist off camera.
Hello.
As well as that dude called you, aka Make the Bowl Whistle on mic. As well as the Black Hand, aka that dude called Mike.
Yeah.
Me, I'm Mason, aka Mahoney. Thank you for tuning in to the Mason and Friends show.
What's happening, y'all? What's good out there?
Welcome.
Hold on.
A whole lot of things going
I think
down.
I might know this one.
Welcome to my humble mad abode of madness, thoughts, and sound. I'm here to bring you sound cacophonies that will make your brain melt. What do you got, Mike? We're gonna go ahead and let this episode just ride. Fuck it. I don't need YouTube. I don't need your monetization. Fuck you.
Nah.
Copyrights be damned.
I know this is a horror joint.
I don't know, Mike. What is it?
Suspenseful. This is older. Late 80s, maybe late 70s, early 80s.
Body of evidence.
Nah.
No, Body
that was
Evidence
the
like
90s.
90.
This isn't Psycho, is it?
It is not Psycho.
Okay.
Can we have a
American Beauty.
Is it
Not
Critters?
American Beauty.
It's not American Beauty.
Jeepers Creepers.
No, I said is it Critters? It's
No.
70s to 80s, somewhere
Oh,
in there.
man.
We went from American Beauty to Critters. I like this show a lot.
No, it is none of those things. The hint would be Steven Spielberg.
Oh, Jurassic Park. No.
No.
Is it Cookie?
No,
E.T.?
this is, no.
Dang.
Because
Is that
Steven
even
Spielberg
Steven
didn't do
Yes. I don't know.
He didn't do any horror, so this isn't horror then.
Is it E.T.?
That's what
Mike.
I thought. I thought of E.T. too, but nah.
It's
I
not
only know
E.T.
like 4 of them, so what's left?
I
Said
believe,
never ended the story.
I
Never
believe Steven Spielberg
Wait.
produced this.
No,
Order, guys.
I got nothing.
I believe Richard Donner directed it. I think.
I don't have it.
What'd you say, Trey?
Poltergeist.
Nope.
Nah, it's not a horror joint.
No, it's definitely not a horror, but it's like,
Monster Squad?
no, Michael.
Ooh, Monster Squad.
You remember that one?
Everyone
my
is
gosh.
stumped here.
I love it when you guys get stumped on shit like this. You're gonna be so mad at me. I'm sorry, but this, which I have now restarted, is from the Goonies.
Son of a bitch. Motherfucker.
Dang.
God damn it.
Where in the Goonies?
This has got to be the
Like
opening act.
throughout the whole
Throughout
fucking
the whole
movie.
I don't even, we just need to close the show now, man. We suck that. Yeah, we suck that bad. All right, so I
Because the
appreciate
actual,
it. Appreciate y'all.
theme
Peace.
is
We'll catch y'all next
completely
Thursday.
different.
As much as we talk about the Goonies and the Truffle Shuffle and the
God
movie
damn, man.
trash,
Goonies never say die. When
This
is
is
this?
track 15, One-Eyed Willy. This is when they go in.
oh,
This is when they go right in the ship at the first time.
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear
Oh
it?
my
Fuck
God.
you, One-Eyed Willie.
It's One-Eyed Willy. I found you.
Yeah, I haven't
God
watched this
damn
movie
it.
in years.
It's such a good
Son
one.
of
So
a bitch.
good.
But anyway,
It
Motherfucker.
really is that fire.
The
Son of a bitch.
Fratellis.
first and foremost, this is the Thursday episode, and just recently, 2 days beforehand, my old high school, fuck your high school, drop one of Clues Bombs for fuck your high school.
Fuck your high
Warrington,
school.
Virginia,
What happened with them fuckers?
graduating class of 2022. And also, speaking of class of 2022, salute to the homegirl Pinky Cole of Slutty Vegan down in Atlanta, Georgia, who gifted LLC to every member of the Clark Atlanta University graduating class.
She
Salute to Clark.
Gifted an
Yeah.
LLC.
Yeah, an LLC.
That's
Just
what's
everybody graduating from
Fuck
Clark
yeah.
Atlanta University in Atlanta, Georgia.
It'd have been nice to have somebody do some shit like that, man, around here.
That's what they do,
Back
man.
in the day for us, but you know, shit
Yeah, but
happens.
this is
It what it is.
and for those of you that don't know, Clark Atlanta University is an HBCU, historically black college university. Also, Atlanta, Georgia is home to several others, but namely
Spelman.
Morehouse College, Also, Virginia has, we have Hampton, we have Virginia State.
Virginia State.
Yep.
Down in Petersburg. I lived in Petersburg as a boy. And
Yo, Petersburg was my shit back in the day,
Yeah.
man. I used to love going down to Petersburg. I actually started a fight down in Petersburg.
I bet you did.
And it wasn't me that like, I wasn't even involved in the fight. It was my music.
How did you start
a fight, but you're not involved?
I gotta
That's
hear
some shit
that.
I would
Because
say.
look, all right, so I drove down to Petersburg to go see my girl at the time, right? So I get there, and you got cats that are from D.C. They sitting on the stoop out front of the dorm, right? And I got go-go cranking. I think I had some junkyard playing, right? Them cats was like, yo, son, we ain't heard that shit since we was back home. Crank that motherfucker. So I had a nice ass system in the joint. Crank that bitch, right? These Bamas from New York, they was like, nah, we don't fuck with that shit down here. You need to cut that shit off, right? The DC cats was like, yo, fuck them Bamas. Don't worry about shit. Your car is safe with us, man. You one of us. Go on in there and do your thing, bro. I'm like, huh. Okay, whatever. I ain't worried about nobody fucking my shit up, because if they fucking with me, I'm busting ass, right? I go up in there, get my girl, come out. These motherfuckers is wrecking. DC and New York motherfuckers, they ass out that bitch, man. They was beating the shit out these motherfuckers. I'm like, all right. They was like, yo, crank that shit, son. I'm like, my man. I got you. And I drove on off.
Why do New Yorkers hate go-go?
See, okay,
I know it's
go-go
a DC exclusive
go-go
thing,
is a
but-
DMV thing, but New York cats can't stand. Back in the day, I don't even know if they like it now, but back in the day, New York cats couldn't stand that shit. New York cats like the percolator. They like house music. You know what I'm saying?
Percolator, man.
I couldn't stand the percolator.
Horrible.
It's just a fucking goddamn machine.
When we used to ride around Roanoke,
Chicago is actually
Chicago are
big
big
house.
steppers to house music. They the big steppers. Chicago's are the steppers. But New York feels like since they're the mecca of rap, you know what I mean? Like they had saying over a fucking all kinds. Yeah, that shit right there, can't stand that shit.
they used to
You hear
play
that
it.
at weddings
They used to play it
nowadays.
at one of the radio stations. Like we'd be riding around in high school on a Friday night, and this shit would come on. It would be like, ah, shit, turn it up, you know, pumping that joint.
There was
They played this on the radio?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This happening right now?
Yes. This would be on the radio. Just like this.
And
I
I'd
feel
turn
like
up my
an
bass.
adventure night was about to happen.
I
Like,
turn up my bass like
Snow's
that.
about to kick in, and who knows
That's the
what's
shit
gonna
right
And
there.
that's it. Then the motherfuckers start doing that popping shit.
Yeah.
And doing this skipping and shit.
Yeah, I think
I'm like, man, nah, this ain't it.
this is ecstasy music.
This is definitely,
This is more
like
like-
old school
this is real
nation
drug music.
phone parties.
It's like real drug music.
Oh man, a phone party? Oh
Yeah.
my
Phone
goodness.
party on real drugs.
Never been
Yeah.
to any of
It's
those.
funny
What?
that you always
You
look
ain't never
so
been to a
dirty,
phone party? Oh,
right?
bruh.
You
This
you
is
feel so
wild.
dirty when you leave, but you're
Yeah,
like,
you
I
do.
was just
You do
covered
feel
with fun
dirty.
I
for
wanted-
like 6 hours.
Years ago, since you did mention go-go, there was like so many different venues that were in DC at that time.
Yeah.
Like the Black Hole, Celebrity Hall,
I was going to
the
go.
Ibex.
I was planning to go enter in a rap battle at this club, and they were like, when I was on the website looking at it, it was like, you know, Wednesday night go-go or something like that. And you know, I was supposed to go on like a Thursday or Friday,
Yeah.
and like by the time I was gonna go, it was already shut down from a shooting on Wednesday. at
Because see,
Go-Go.
that's the problem.
There's
it really
problems
is.
with that, because that does occur every once in a while, depending on the band that is playing.
Dude, it seemed like every fucking go-go event for a while there was a shooting at if it was like a live go-go
back in
event
the
in DC.
late
Back
80s
in-
and
yeah.
into the 90s.
When you
yeah,
had
it was
PA
infamous.
Palace, there was some trouble there. You know what I mean? Because PA Palace is where you got your go-go tapes from, because you couldn't get them nowhere. You had to go into this motherfucking spot in the mall, at Iverson Mall, called PA Palace. You went in this motherfucker, man. If you didn't have a homie that already had a tape and dubbed it, you went there and you go in there and you ask specifically. This is how you would ask for a tape. I want the Ibex, August 8th, 96. And the motherfucker would go on the wall, and there it is. Play the pocket for me from that night. I want to make sure this is the right motherfucking tape I get. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you ask for a
Correct me
tape.
if I'm wrong, but wasn't that the same place that had the old school go-go pool party tapes?
Yep.
From-
Yep.
The ones that Del Waters from Channel 7 out here in DC reported.
Yep.
It wound up like on Nightline or something like that. I remember that.
Would be it. Man,
Somebody mama on them tapes.
PA Palace was the place, man, because go-go was just hitting, man. I was a big go-go head back then. Now I'm not so much now.
Neither
like
am
now,
I.
I kind of fell off. I still like Backyard, but Chuck Brown is always gonna be my man's right there.
Yeah.
Chuck Brown was just because he's the godfather of go-go. You know what I'm saying? Chuck Brown shit. It's just
I mean, a cookout's not a cookout unless you hear Chuck Brown.
some busting loose. You know what I mean? You gotta hear some busting
Not
loose.
not necessarily that, but
or even fucking a beautiful life. That's my shit right there. Before he passed away, rest in peace, Chuck Brown, godfather of go-go.
yeah, I bought a few of his 12 inches at a CD seller in Falls Church. A few of them, like the old joints.
Yeah,
You gotta spend money for that.
yeah, you do.
Man, I wish I could. And hell, Rare Essence played at MGM. 2 days ago. I
RE had
missed
their
that.
fucking anniversary out that
I
bitch, man.
missed
I
it.
know that joint was cranky because they was sold the fuck out, and that sold out quick.
I would have gone to hit up like Madness Clothing,
There's busted loose.
Yep.
Give it a break, y'all. Get a
hit
break.
up Madness Clothing, go get a pair of New Balances. You know, hit up DC, get some wings and mumbo sauce.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know about that.
That mumbo sauce
That's a
is the
DC
truth.
thing. I
Gotta
haven't been
have.
to DC in 2 years.
Oh man, I'm there every fucking week.
Well, Mike, you get paid to drive around in that bitch.
That is true though.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I
am
mean?
not
There
driving
every
in
day.
DC.
Yeah, I don't
I
want.
am
You
not
there every
driving
day.
in
You
DC.
have to pay me to be there
You
too.
get paid to work in there. I get paid to drive into that motherfucker.
Yeah, but they was getting all reared up this weekend, man. God damn. They
I
was,
can't remember what was going on
this
this weekend.
past
there
weekend.
was
They
an
had a lot of
abortion
shit going on.
march.
Oh, yeah,
that's it.
yeah,
There was
yeah.
a bunch of like
Women's rights.
there was a bunch of
groups.
bike cops from like Massachusetts.
Did you
like,
see them
all
motherfuckers
over.
riding? I forgot to tell y'all about this shit. These sons of bitches, man, it was Tuesday. I was coming
Was
home
this where they ride in the
Tuesday.
middle of the road or some
Yep,
shit?
they was in the middle
I
of the
seen
road.
on the book or something. I
Yeah,
think.
because I seen the motherfucking cops coming down the road on the motorcycles, right? There's no traffic behind these motherfuckers. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I thought it was a funeral, right? You know how cops go, they drive and they block the intersection and shit for funerals?
Yeah, sure.
That's what these motherfuckers were doing. They was riding the bikes and they would block shit. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck's going on? So I pop up over the hill on 29 and it's a bunch of fucking cyclists holding up all the traffic going northbound on 29. I'm like, yo, you gotta be kidding me. These motherfuckers is here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when motherfuckers is trying to go home and you blocking the northbound side, that traffic is backed the fuck up. I mean, that shit was backed up from New Baltimore to shit, damn near 605.
This was on 29.
Yeah, son. They had the trailer and shit talk about some memorial, whatever they had, they was cycling for.
Man, I hate that shit.
You're talking about the afternoon?
Yes.
It's funny that they timed it that way then, because in the morning at like 8:30 on 29, guess which direction they were going?
Southbound.
The other way.
Yep.
And they closed. I mean, they had a permit and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, why would you get it at the time when people are going to be most pissed at you?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
trying to
Because they don't give a
They
fuck.
don't give a fuck.
As long as
That's
you're not
exactly
making
right.
me late for work. This is
Goddamn
why
bicycles
I
take over the world.
This is why I take like 6:05 to work.
You'll run into them out there. Guarantee
Yeah.
you will.
Oh, I've done
man.
that at home.
Especially now with summertime coming, shit. You gonna
Oh
have
it's
yeah,
gonna be
oh
on-
yeah, they gonna be all looking at the fucking wildlife.
55 is the worst. 55 is the worst.
50, all the motherfuckers they
There
gonna
were
be
a
out
few of
there.
them out on Sudley Manor.
What they do is they come out from DC and they just ride out somewhere. To,
Yeah, because
oh,
they
this
want
looks
the
like the
scenic
middle of
shit.
nowhere.
Yeah,
Let me
they
go
want-
out here.
But
They
why
want
are
the
you riding
scenic
the
look.
bike on Sudley Manor Drive at 5:30?
Because they don't know no better.
Because they think no one lives there.
Because
They're
they don't know no better.
This
They
is the
city
middle
folk.
of nowhere.
Yeah, they city
Yeah.
folk. Oh,
They
they're
just
not
don't
gonna
give a
My
mind.
shit.
area built up over
They're
the
not gonna
last
mind a
25
Karen riding
years.
down the road 30 mile an hour slower than what the people everybody else is driving. It's
I mean,
fine.
if you spend $400 on an aerodynamic unitard, you got to show it off, right?
Yeah,
So
that too,
perfect
yeah.
time.
Somewhere.
Do it where you live, not where you don't live.
But see, that's just it. They don't want
Go
to be where
somewhere-
they live because it's too congested.
Well, like,
it's
go
not
somewhere-
fucking scenic.
Go somewhere where you know where the fuck you are.
The
and
roads
and
aren't
know,
challenging.
And you know you don't have to like do the stupid shit.
Well-
Like I used to go ride with a friend of mine. Shout out Ronnie, a lovely young lady named Ronnie. We used to go ride
Hey,
bicycles. We used to go ride bicycles, and we went down the middle of nowhere. It was literally like we would.
What they should do is the fucking state should put those little goddamn little tackers
when I
on the
get-
road to
when I
figure out
get
how many
elected-
people ride around on whatever fucking roads, and
When I
then
get
send all them
elected
dumbass
president-
people way the fuck over wherever fuck
When I
nobody
get elected
drives.
president and I put in all of that shit,
The
we're
reason
gonna
that they're
have.
here, though, like 55 on Beverly's Mill and on 55, it's like it is rated one of the top most beautiful bike
Yeah,
rides
that's what
in
it is. It's
Virginia.
that scenic look.
And that list is on the Virginia Tourism Board, so it's like Prince William County as well has it listed. So they're asking people like, come here.
Yeah,
and,
they're
you know,
gonna
What they need to do is put bike trail or a bike lane in beside a sidewalk.
Yeah, when I get elected president, I'm putting bike lanes in all kinds of places.
Are you putting bike lanes on the road, or you putting them
yeah.
over there by side, like up on the sidewalk?
Put them in between the sidewalk and the road.
In the road, like
Put 'em
DC,
everywhere.
where you
Just so
Yeah,
you
on the side
can't
of
be
the
on
road
the
on DC.
road while the bikes are out.
I'm gonna put them everywhere so that the bicycles can't be in the road where you're supposed to
I
be
don't
driving.
swerve at the bikers till after I pass them because I want to make sure they see me. There ain't no point of swerving before them or
You
right
gonna
beside them
swerve
because they don't
after
know.
they see you. So
I
once
swerve
they
at
see
them.
you, fishtail.
Yeah, I want to make sure they see me swerving at them because fuck you, you're 3 feet, you cockeyed bitch. Like, I'm not going to hit the car beside me because you need 3 fucking feet to ride your fucking Huffy, you fucking douchebag. Now, if you're riding at 40 or 47, I may not have a goddamn issue with your aerodynamic
six.
$400 goddamn unitard with your safety fucking helmet. Like,
But you going 6.
but you're doing 7 or 6, bro.
that's the
Like your
thing.
goddamn fuck Chris Farley and Black Sheep, you know, bro. You know how fast you're going, sir? 7.
Well, that is
7.
that is truly
Like,
the issue.
fuck.
Like if you can't keep up, don't ride.
Because
your
I'll
bike
get pulled
then.
over on my scooter for holding up traffic at 30 mile an hour.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with fucking
As
Tim
you
over here
should.
on his goddamn unitard doing fucking 7? He's fine?
Technically,
Because he's got more rights than I got? Fuck him.
apparently. That's right.
I mean,
fuck
what the
your
fuck?
rights, Jew. Fuck your rights.
That's some baby dick bullshit.
I don't disagree.
I almost want to be a real douchebag and just start tacking them. You know what I mean? Fuck your fucking little fucking city
Yeah.
folk ass gonna do now, bro. You got,
Yeah, it's called they get you for attempted murder or
nah, man, you get up the road a little bit. It's fine.
They could. It could
Well,
happen.
see, you gotta be careful because they wear the same helmet cams that fucking.
Yeah, they be
motorcycles.
doing all that. Yeah, they be dashing, camming, and all the other camming.
next thing
Because if you
know-
hit a motherfucker, you're at fault.
Well, yeah.
No matter what happens, where the dude's riding or what
They get
happens.
swerved out, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Swerved a little bit to the right, and that's your ass.
Yeah, because either way, you never maintain 3 feet on that motherfucker. See? So bicycles can basically do whatever they want.
That's what they think, and then they get killed, and they're like, "Oh, oops."
Yeah,
That's
but
just
then,
what happens. I
yeah,
mean,
but then their family goes after whoever else was just driving in the right. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's
No
the
sense
thing.
in suing me. I ain't got no money.
Now,
That's the thing that
speaking of
irks me
family
about
going
that
after
shit.
somebody, your boys have been flexing on you all day today.
Oh yeah, they have, haven't they?
Bro,
Yeah.
I ain't been here all day, first off.
That's
Second
what
off,
it is. They know. They smell some weakness in the water.
want this smoke.
You
Like-
might say that, but they smelling it. They're
I think they do want that
Dad got a
smoke.
little weak
I think
today.
they do want that smoke.
They want that smoke. They're
They're
gonna
like,
come
you,
for
you
it.
see, Dad? And they're like, and then the other one says, "Who?" And he says, "You know, the bitch ass motherfucker that lives with us." And
Oh,
they're like,
yeah, I know that
Yeah, I
motherfucker.
do see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
motherfucker. I
The
seen
guy with the
him.
busted shoulder.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Take
Right.
him out quick.
That guy,
Yo,
if we
they
hit
are
him,
coming for you, man. They getting brawling up
Yeah.
in this bitch.
Have you seen Double Dragon? You,
Yeah.
remember, you remember playing Double
I
Dragon,
remember
right?
playing Double
You remember
Dragon.
playing Double Dragon?
I do.
What was a key factor that you had in Double Dragon?
I
I
don't.
don't remember.
I mean, you
Weapons.
just punch.
So wait,
that's
you gonna
true.
use weapons on your kid?
That's what he's saying. He's going to use weapons on his
I'm gonna
children.
take little fucking
Well, see,
little
wait a
sticks,
minute.
little switches
Hold
out.
on.
I'm gonna break
Look,
out the
look.
little switch on them motherfuckers.
It's a good thing they can
and they
hear
ain't gonna know.
you, so
That's
now
fine.
they're
See,
gonna be
but
I'm gonna
prepared
beat
for
the hell out
ambush.
of all y'all when y'all try to try me.
Well, see,
I'm gonna
here-
beat the shit out of all y'all.
Now
Listen,
This is where he gets arrested for child abuse,
But no,
at least
but-
for
but-
one.
but
No, because
listen,
they're gonna be
though.
older. They're gonna be of age. Well,
But
the
see,
one,
here's
other
the
one will be.
thing. Here's the thing, though.
He's going to be on cops. He's
This
just not
right
going to
here,
get arrested.
he's admitting to his faults now that he is not strong enough to handle them without
I'm
weapons.
just saying, fighting is fighting, bro.
You
It's,
see,
it's
that's what
when we
you're
in the
saying.
street. We in the street.
This
cuz.
is what I'm picking up.
Whatever you gotta do, what you gotta do.
Is that you're saying that you're too weak to handle them mano a mano on hand?
I'm just saying, if it gets down to it,
So you're basically
I'll
saying
smack him with a
when you're
switch
getting
stick.
your ass
Quick.
handed to you is when you're gonna reach for that stick.
If
I'd put money on you if you got your cortisone shot or whatever in your shoulder.
Yeah, if you had your shoulder
Like
right,
if you
no
were up
problem.
to par, I would definitely bet
But you
on
ain't
you.
up to par, you fall
But
apart.
with that shoulder, you're gonna be like that mean ass horse in the Kentucky Derby, 80 to 1.
I'm gonna be
And
fucking,
I don't know if you're gonna come out. on top.
It's gonna suck after, But during, it ain't gonna matter. But after when I can't move my arm at all, that might be an issue. But during, that ain't nothing. That
I'm telling you, they coming for your ass. They are
And
coming.
speaking, well, since the pharmacist brought up the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness is Saturday.
That's a Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that horse? Have they found?
That's Baltimore, right?
Has that dude? Has the horse been
I think
popping any
so.
drugs or anything, or the jockey? Are they
I
all
don't know. I
all
never
them
really-
been
He's
legit
with
so
me
far?
as
I don't keep up with a lot of that.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
no
good. He's
controversies came out
He's
yet.
good
He's
because
good.
look, I talked to a horse dude, man. I went up to his spot, man, and picked his shit up when I was talking to him about the horse race. He was like, "Look, I ain't never seen a horse that mean before, but all that is that all they do is just the guy said they pretty much beat that horse," is what he was saying. He was like, "That horse isn't around other motherfuckers because that shit shouldn't have happened." But
Yeah, no.
he goes, "That's an honorary motherfucker."
That's why he's got to wear a mask because he really freaked the fuck out.
Now, here's the thing. Those horses are 2 or 3 years old max, and your 2-year-old horse, whether they're broken or not, are a pain in the ass to deal with. Like, horses are creatures of habit, and they are super fast the younger they are. So, like, they don't want them to be more than a couple years old.
Yeah.
So they're not used to life.
When is
Horses live 20, 30, 40 fucking
40
years.
years, yeah.
So,
and
like,
they're stallions. They're basically
exactly.
preteen.
They're literally
preteens.
they're literally hitting puberty. They'd be like taking a 15-year-old and making him race other 15-year-olds, and all you've ever done with him is keep him in a fucking house by himself for 15 years.
Unit?
He'd be like you going out into the real world knocking up bitches.
That's exactly what happened. He came out the gate firing.
Except somebody's paying now what, $50,000 stud fee?
Yep.
That's what you need to do.
No,
you need
no.
to
It's going to be way more than that. And so win the Kentucky Derby, that stud fee is
Well,
going to be
when'd you say that is?
$300,000.
When is that, next weekend?
That's
It's
this weekend.
this Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to be
21st.
Saturday.
This week.
It's Thursday
Now, look,
episode. So
Get your betting in now.
No, because the bet's going to be different. He's not going to have the same odds.
his
Odds are way different.
The odds
now.
are going to be shit.
Yeah, he's no 80 to 1 anymore.
Nah, you're better off probably betting on that horse to lose now.
Yeah.
yeah,
You have a better chance getting hit by a car than winning anything from that. The same goes for the lottery too.
The lottery, yes. The horse racing, if you know the horse and the conditions, like there's a lot of motherfuckers, I've seen these cats, man. They go
You
serious.
can make money on horses.
Like
if you're paying attention.
When me and him went to the track and shit, man, this one time, this dude got mad at us because fucking we grabbed his newspaper that had the fucking bet numbers, like,
Yeah.
I can't remember what they called that thing. They called
The
it something
racing
fancy.
form.
Yeah, it's a racing form, yeah. But, the dude got pissed at us because we just were trying to see who was racing. Don't touch my paper, but man, you ain't even here. You're over like 2 tables over. Like this was just sitting here.
Nah, these motherfuckers are crazy. Like I said, when I went up there the last time and I was sitting there talking to Jay, I was like, damn, I don't even know, what I won. I know I won something. Dude behind me was like, well, what'd you bet? I said $2. He said, well, you won $24.67. I'm like, God damn, man. And then bitch like, here you go, here's 22. I'm like, this motherfucker right here. And then he went up there and he was like, I need a pen. You know what happens when I need a pen? And she was like, oh shit. I'm like, this motherfucker live here.
Yeah.
So motherfuckers make money up there.
You can make some bread off of horse racing.
Yeah.
But that's a lot because a lot of people know these horses. They study the fuck out these horses. They're like, all right, this horse can run good in the rain on a muddy track, or this horse right here is good at nighttime with the lights. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of shit with it.
He's like the dude in a casino. He's like, he would know if the quarterback was on coke, his girlfriend had broke up with him. Or,
Yeah, you gotta be honest. See,
That's exactly it.
that's why
And
I
if
feel
you
like
ever watch Casino, folks, make sure that you stay awake for the whole thing.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I
Good
was
luck
gonna
with
say, good
That's
luck.
at least, 3-4 hours?
3 hours.
Max?
I think it's 3.5.
3.5
Yeah,
hours.
That's a long
max.
movie. It's a good one though. There's a companion documentary that I watched in Vegas. I don't know if it's truly a companion piece, but it lays out who the people really were and talks about all the stuff that's going on in casino. And Senator Harry Reid was the little bald commissioner dude that they were like, this guy
Gotcha.
thinks he's in charge, but he doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And he was up to a lot of dirtbag shit and skated through it, and then he became Senator Harry Reid, dirtbag from Nevada. Anti-marijuana motherfucker that I'm pretty sure is in. I think he might be the one that's in like a marijuana business
speaking
now.
of those cats, man, check this out. One pro marijuana dude, Gary Chambers, from what I've seen, he's like leading us polls where he's at. I'm like, all right, get it, bro. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Gary Chambers supposed to be doing it. He's one of the ones I ran into.
Yeah, like
gave him
I
some
like seeing
podcast
his
info.
fucking commercials because he's just on there smoking a blunt.
Well, because I think he
Yeah,
hangs
I
out
mean,
with, I think he's down with NCP.
Yes, he's with NCP. Yep.
That's another step to take. Like have somebody, a politician, mind you.
Well, that's the goal of NCP right there, is to get these politicians and people in line to have the same like-minded. Because really, if you think about it, like matter of fact, I had this conversation with a homie yesterday. He was like, "Man, Mike, what can hemp actually do?" Because all he knows is about CBD and all this shit. I said, "Look, hemp can replace everything.
Dude, you can make concrete, you
Just
can make
about
cardboard, you can
everything
make
can
paper.
be replaced with it." I said, he goes, "Man, so is it possible we could probably make fuel out of it?" I said, "I guarantee they could. If they fucking get the right science behind it, yes, I guarantee it."
Well, the oil you might be able to do something with that could be combustible, maybe.
Exactly.
It might be better to do like 10%.
Just like they
hemp
do with the
oil,
ethanol
right?
shit,
Instead
yeah.
of ethanol.
Concrete, you can get the dust sometimes ignite.
That's because it's silica
concrete,
too. 'Cause
yeah.
the,
You
the,
can probably-
the
it's probably
dust from
silica.
concrete is silica because that's the cancer causing.
Yeah.
You won't get that
You
from
can-
him. You won't get that from the motherfucking plant. But see, I was talking to my homie yesterday about that shit. And he was like, "Man, Mike, well, why is it so hard to legalize it?" Because you got big pharma, tobacco, alcohol, and you got those three right there. Just those three alone.
Just those three
Paper.
by themselves.
You know what I mean?
Paper
I
manufacturers
said, you
didn't
got
want it
paper
back in the day.
You got all these cats that know that this shit will fucking fuck them over, and they won't see the money because hemp only takes 6 months to grow. Versus
It's less than that, dude. You can really like knock out a decent one every quarter. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do
Versus
3 to
tobacco.
4 months.
versus all right, so tobacco takes a while. Then you
Well,
gotta
it's-
process
to
it.
me,
then
hemp-
you got trees that they cut
Hemp
down for
should be
paper.
for paper. Hemp should be our paper because
Right.
you can run
Because
an
we're
acre.
literally like mowing down forests
Well,
every
an
day.
acre of hemp produces 4 times as much paper as an acre
On
of
top of
trees.
that, McDonald's is known for destroying the rainforest little by little.
Well, see, we've already fucked the rainforest.
Well, but you
We
know, the
screwed the
rainforest
world.
technically is man-made. Like, because,
We screwed that over.
well, but the people that lived there cultivated the rainforest to have the plants that are there. And they were the ones that died when explorers came over in the like 1600s because they brought the smallpox. And
Yeah, the
like
damn
90
settlers, man, them
killed
colonizers
them all.
brought diseases.
Well, but you know, there were stories of like cities lined in gold that came out that were in like the Amazon and shit, and then nobody could find it. But now with LiDAR, they're able to see that shit. They can see that there really were
Yeah.
massive cities with like millions of people living there all throughout the jungle. The Mayans had that thing under control, and it was all just lost from disease.
And then you got like I think this shit would fucking. I saw a commercial about Heinz switching their bottles up to paper bottles now.
Heinz ketchup is doing paper bottles.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling
And
me?
plastic would do much better than paper.
Thank you, because I'm like, you're sitting there telling me that you're getting rid of your plastic bottles and you're doing better for the environment by making paper ketchup bottles, which means
It's
you're
not
tearing
gonna
down
work.
trees now.
Well, but it's
Because they're saying, you know, it's biodegradable. It'll fucking decompose better than their plastic bottles. Granted, I understand that, but at the same time, to make that bottle, how much do you have to fuck up? You dig what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, it's kind of like the everybody wants to take all the vehicles electric, and I'm
Yeah.
It's not
like,
gonna work.
it's not going to work.
Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Solar panels either.
No,
Like, you
right.
can't. You can never fully commit to something because something else has to take a cut.
Well, it's not that it has to take a cut. It's can it be productive enough? Like solar power isn't strong enough and consistent enough to be relied upon. Like I think we need to do nuclear. Jesus fucking Christ! I think we need to do nuclear so that we can create enough electricity to have a lot of electric-powered infrastructure
the
in our
problem with
cities.
the nuclear shit-
We need. What's that?
Because I've seen, have you watched the fucking documentary on Netflix about
Chernobyl.
3 Mile?
See,
Three
but those
Mile.
are all really old technologies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of that
granted, yeah, it's
nuclear.
old shit.
All of that nuclear is old
But
technology.
you still have the possibilities of shit getting fucked up because how you gotta have somebody responsible and in those positions to make sure that safety is followed, the protocols are followed, You know what I mean? To make sure it's all correct.
Well, right.
Because we get lackadaisical. I know this because I'm in the industry. I'm in the environmental protection industry. You know what I mean? And I've been around motherfuckers and they talk about how people get lackadaisical with shit like, you're supposed to do this or you're supposed to do this, and a lot of people don't do certain steps.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So with that there, there's so much potential damage that can happen.
Well, a lot of the stuff nowadays is automated. Everybody thinks of like Homer Simpson sitting there fucking up the nuclear power plant.
But see, even the automated shit can be fucked up. Like you seen the Tesla drive through some shit.
But the thing is, they've got the safety protocols set up on a much higher quality standard. So it's not like you can have the meltdown that you had in Chernobyl anymore in modern day nuclear facilities. The setup is set up in a way that prevents the level of meltdown that could occur.
Yeah, the checks and balances are immense now because it's the only way you could get around all the regulations that came after those disasters.
Yeah, all of the potential for calamity has been...
and you can never fully eliminate it. But it's not like Jurassic Park where one IT guy not being at his computer meant like dinosaurs are just eating people and fucking them up.
Exactly.
That was a major oversight on their part, but at least now, I mean, they are held to a pretty high standard, but it's very effective. It's very productive, and you just weigh your options.
The thing is, people are too scared of it at this point, even though it's really the only thing that can give us the proper amount of electricity to be able to have the level of electrical infrastructure that we need.
Right. So either make sacrifices in your life and be okay with shittier power production, or embrace, what has to happen to live our lifestyle this way.
Well, the thing is, we have to do something because the way that they're making all of the cars, like, commit to having electrical setups, like...
And again, I still wonder about that because...
It's not going to work.
When you overcharge a battery for so many times, when you charge this battery over and over and over for
it's gonna blow up.
It's not even blowing up. It's gonna lose its charge.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold the charge. It's like a drill that you would have at work.
It also fucks it up every time you charge a battery if it's not completely dead.
Yeah, but it's also not going to work in the cold.
Exactly.
Like, you can't leave your iPhone in your car overnight in the middle of winter because it doesn't work when you get out to it. You can start your car because it's got internal combustion. It's either diesel or it's gasoline powered, so it's creating fire inside of itself. Like, there are places in Alaska where you have to have an electrical plug to keep your engine hot enough to restart and not freeze itself solid.
All night it goes.
Every place you park in places like that have the electrical outlet.
They learned that shit on 95 when that shit happened this past year. All the electric cars that were on 95 to begin with.
They haven't learned it because
they're not.
we're trying to make...
They're
not going to learn it until they fuck ourselves over by having all of the auto manufacturers create nothing but electrical vehicles, and then you're going to have motherfuckers that can't drive. Like, you can't take your electric car out in the winter like that.
No,
it's just
the only thing I want is a self-driving damn car.
Because hauling shit or trying to get through shit, like what gets me even the trucks. Now you got guys that bitch about trucks being either stick shift or automatic, but you have electrical truck now. You're trying to haul a load up this fucking steep, grade.
Well, but the electric truck's going to have good torque and be able to handle a whole lot more weight, but it's not going to be able to do it certain times of the year,
that's what I'm saying.
Certain kind of weather.
Exactly. It's just going to fuck up at some point. You know what I mean? Like, and then on top of that,
it's just not reliable. That's the issue.
The disposing of the batteries. Like, what do you do when these fucking cars and shit lose the battery life on it? I mean, you can replace that battery. Where do those batteries go? We're gonna drop them off in like fucking Haiti?
You're gonna have to recycle it.
You're gonna have to.
You would think.
How recyclable are they?
But how are you gonna do that?
Plus, how many precious metals and how hard are those precious metals to acquire to create them in the first place?
Exactly. Because them motherfuckers, all they need is a cell to crack, and that motherfucker's flammable as shit. A cell cracking that motherfucker in flames.
It's
not to mention
the
potential calamity of some jackass that wants to work on his own electrical vehicle frying himself like a fucking bug on a bug
because he don't know what the fuck he doing.
Yeah, you're gonna wind up like what's his face.
He might be a good diesel mechanic or a fucking regular just old mechanic, but he don't know nothing about no electrical shit. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. Like, electric vehicles have special certifications that mechanics need to get for them.
And I think that right there itself is what turns me off them, because you can't really fix the shit your damn self. You can't. You actually have to take this motherfucker to somebody and spend this motherfucking money.
I mean, technically you could probably figure it out, but it's super fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to get a Tesla electric AC compressor so that I can set it up on my Acura when I get it running and have air conditioning, but not have it running off the motor.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the belt space. I can't fit a AC compressor into the mix. But if I have it running off of electricity, I could do that. So like, there's a lot of cool shit. You know, like I have an electronic power steering pump for that car.
Yeah.
It's got an on-off switch. That's really cool. You know, but like people are not considering the longevity of all electric fleets coming from Toyota and whoever else. Like it's just not feasible for long-term, like anybody being able to get around. Like everyone's gonna, if we do that, you know, come 2040, you're gonna have motherfuckers with like 30 and 40-year-old vehicles that live out in the middle of nowhere that have to have those vehicles and have to have parts for them and have to keep them running because the electric shit is just not gonna work.
It's just gonna be useless.
People need to read more science fiction. People need
We're
more
supposed to have flying
tales.
cars by now.
The Jetsons.
Yeah, every 80s movie's already don't happen by now. Like everything that was supposed to happen don't been happen. Like Total Recall, that shit, I think that already happened. What was the other one? I mean, everything. All the Back to Futures have already happened.
And
So you saying with the time machine?
I think even Demolition Man's already happened now.
Well,
no, ain't nobody got the
I
3C
think that's
shows.
in 2030s.
Was that 2030?
It's something like that.
so that's coming up.
Yeah, it's further out.
Because
I
the
mean, we're
Jetsons
already
was
at the one
2000
point where
or
people think Taco
1999.
Bell is authentic Mexican food.
Yeah.
It's not.
Mark your calendars.
There's only one left.
Demolition
Taco Bell's
Day's
the only
coming.
one left.
Well,
Yeah, I remember. I saw
how
the
did we
movie
spiral this
1,000 times.
far from where I thought we were having like an intellectual conversation? Now we're talking about
Well,
Demolition
we
Man.
were talking
That's
about
what we do.
But
power and
Oh yeah, electricity.
yes, and
Yeah.
the methods we can derive it
Fuck
from.
electricity.
Fuck electricity. All right.
Spoken
Okay.
by the electrician.
You know shit, no shit.
okay,
I
then
gotta deal with that shit every day, man.
when the electric company cuts
Well,
your
not
lights
really.
off,
I don't really do much electrical work in my electrical career.
You just plug wires in and
No,
then,
I'm usually building shit.
Oh, so now
Building
you're a
shit.
carpenter.
I mean,
he's a little
yeah.
bit of everything.
he's hardcore, man.
On this
guy.
job I've mainly like shaved metal, ground concrete, ground screws out of holes, put concrete back, put ground metal plates, you know, put back over fucking
All right,
fan decking and
so
shit.
yeah, you're doing the
Build
actual
wood
construction.
structures, plywood on walls
You're
and
doing the
shit.
carpentry part of the job.
All the
right?
dump,
Yeah,
a lot of the shit. Like, I ain't really touch a wire. I mean, I just started pulling wire the other day. I'll finally get to like terminate, you know, do like real electric work. But mainly the shit, mainly as electrician nowadays, we just put a bunch of conduit.
Gotcha, yeah.
There's only but like 2 or 3 people that go through the job and pull wire, as everybody else is still putting up fucking conduit and shit.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Right on. The electrician hates electricity. I can dig it, man. Totally dig it.
It's just something. It's always something. It's like, oh, what kind of work you do? I do electrical work. Oh, yeah, I got this receptacle. It's like, well, you
I would say
you
what
don't
I
have
do.
that receptacle, motherfucker.
I did say that to you.
I would say what I do, but I'm not gonna be that guy.
Sorry.
It's just a typical thing. Like, it would happen if you were a plumber, I would think. Same goddamn way.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a toilet, or buddy,
If
I got a toilet.
If you have a certain field,
Yep.
people will holler
Yeah.
at you
In
about it.
pharmacy, people always want to tell me like bad stuff that happened to them.
Yeah.
Like one time,
So-
my grandma got this bad medicine and she almost died. I'm like, I apologize. on
Cool.
behalf of
One time,
everyone.
some pharmacist that isn't you gave me more milligrams than I was assigned for, and then my eye fell out of my head. That
Yeah.
kind of shit. Yeah.
Or my 16-year-old daughter took too high of a dose and her fingernails and her toenails fell out, and it's 2 months behind, like before the prom. So she's there getting sedatives, and she's like, we gotta calm this bitch down because she is freaking out. All of them.
You ain't going to prom.
No,
ain't going to prom.
she was losing it.
Or rock some gloves and slide.
16-year-old girl, and like your fingernails and your toenails just fall out.
You can
because
wear
of drug error.
closed toe pumps.
I mean, when you're 16, though, you
What is
don't
that,
think
freshman prom?
Yeah, that'd be freshman, I think.
You got
somewhere
3
around
more,
there.
right?
Hey, whatever, man.
You
If
got
you're a
3
pretty
more.
enough girl as a freshman, somebody's taking you to prom.
I guess you
I didn't even go to my proms.
I went to
didn't
my
go to prom
one.
either.
I went to
Oh,
my
really?
senior prom and senior homecoming.
I went to homecoming 9th grade dance, and that was
Didn't
it.
go to either.
I went to prom, I think, for a minute, and then we went to the Marriott and got some. It was one of them fried chicken nights.
Oh shit, yeah, y'all did. You did. You showed up, but I don't think the girl you was with. I don't think
I
you had a
went no
girl.
chick.
You
Nah, I
weren't
went
no
with
chick.
JC and his.
You went with a
and-
dude to prom?
You took a bucket of chicken.
I
to the
went with,
Marriott?
Well, see, you gotta. Okay, so
We had a hotel party.
This is
Matter
what
of
we
fact,
did.
My hotel
Matter of
party
fact,
had
before you go
ecstasy
into
in
that,
the
please give
background.
the Judas
Here's
Sweet
some
Sounds of the
chicken.
Weather Girls.
Well, see,
I rode with Jay. I rode with Jay.
Our
Thank you and
hotel.
Jay and a bucket of chicken.
This is how our hotel parties went. You know, because I was the man that had the hookup, right? So I get the packs and we come back to the hotel room. I done already bought I would get a suite. And because I flirted with the lady at the front desk, I would get the whole half of the hallway to us. I dump out a pound or 2 of weed on the table and fucking we get Popeye's chicken, just two big ass buckets of chicken.
The biscuits and the sides.
Yeah. We have the weed laid out on the table, have the tub full of ice and liquor. Have at it. Do whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Go for it.
I still remember the table, man.
Yeah.
He's got
Popeye's chicken everywhere.
Popeye's
Just
chicken and
looking all
weed.
Fucking
Like we had like fucking, Scarface piles of weed and fucking chicken. And we get fucked up, have a good ass time.
I make real good in my life in a hotel room. I ain't bought shit.
The last hotel party we actually had was when these different bitches tried to jump off the balcony and fucked up the whole night. We had this one set of bitches that came up there and fucking this shorty, I don't know what was wrong with her, but she was getting fucked up, and I'm outside talking to her, and her friend is in one of the rooms with another homie of mine getting her back blown out, right? This bitch comes out the room and takes off and jumps over the balcony while me and her friend are talking. She jumps over the balcony. Her friend grabs her and pulls her back. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's just nice. I feel like I can fly. You gonna fly your ass the fuck up out of here? You gotta go. So
wait a minute, she was on that stuff.
we kicked them bitches out, right? Got another set of bras in this motherfucker, right? We all kicking and chilling. This bitch sitting next to me talking about, man, I think I can jump off his balcony. I said, you better fucking not. This bitch goes and tries to jump off the fucking balcony.
Was y'all smoking dust?
Yeah, y'all had a bunch of jumpers that night, man.
Yeah, we had a lot of jumpers that night. Y'all pulled this bitch back. I said, yo, y'all bitches, y'all gotta fucking go.
Y'all should taking them all to the bridge somewhere and be like, yeah, here we go. Let's
So,
just go ahead. Let's
got
make it
rid of
happen.
them bitches. I'm going downstairs. I get rid of these bitches. I go upstairs. There's another set of bitches outside my door. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck? What are y'all doing here? They're like, yo, we came here because we heard you having a party. I'm like, all right, that's cool. But who this motherfucking dude? They had this Bama with them, right? I knew the Bama, you know what I mean? I was like, look, man, they good, but you ain't. You gotta go.
Bama?
Yeah, I was like, man,
Punk-ass Bama?
he goes, man, I can't be partying with you. Nah, bro, I don't associate with you. So you gotta go, but they good to stay, you know what I mean? So I take his women, we go in the motherfucking hotel room. We all having a good time. This shorty comes out the bathroom, does that same run the bitch did the first time, and she jumps over the motherfucker. I grabbed this bitch, throw her back, y'all gotta get the fuck out. I told
We
my
on second floor?
No, nigga, we was on the third, we was at the suites.
Oh, third floor, yeah.
Yeah, we was in the suites,
We
yeah.
about 20 up.
Was she trying to jump into a pool or something?
There is no pool,
There's
just
no
bushes.
grass. Bushes
that's-
and grass.
that's
20
right.
feet.
They on?
It's a 20
I
foot.
have no
It's a 20
idea.
foot
I
jump.
don't
It's
ever hear
called
that.
angel dust.
So I told,
You can fly.
Jay was with us at the time. I said, man, the next bitch that try to jump over this balcony, I'm letting the bitch go. Fuck it, she gone. I don't give a shit. So fucking,
Do it. Go ahead, bitch.
so kick these bitches out. Then the motherfucking women that I know, they show up, and I'm like, all right, we good now. Ain't gotta worry about shit. These bitches ain't jumping off no balconies and shit. You know what I mean? They come in here to get fucked up and kick it with us. Y'all good? Y'all already know what to do. Go in the room, grab something off the mound, roll it up, twist it up, whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Have a blast. I was like, and that was the last one I did. I was like, I ain't doing this shit no more.
No more hotel parties after that?
Yeah, I said, man, I ain't doing this shit no more. Y'all getting too stupid.
Yeah, you had a reputation. It was like, oh, Big Mike
I
up
ain't
in there
get to go to- I
partying.
ain't
But
get to
everybody
go
knew
with
that
that
shit.
couple.
They
you
were
weren't
ready,
there
dog.
to jump night. You
I
weren't
wasn't there
there to
then.
jump night.
I think I only was able to
You've
go to
been
about
to a
two
couple,
of them.
two of them, yeah, because you was always in the camp.
Maybe three, probably not even three, but probably two.
Because it was funny, because the lady downstairs at this motherfucking establishment I was at, you know, she would always want to, she liked talking shit, so I would flirt with her. I'm like, yo, I wonder how much good I can get in with her and get some shit set up. So when I would come, she'd be like, yo, here's your room. Don't worry about it. Ain't nobody on the floor with you. You good. This she ended up giving me the key to the motherfucking pool and the hot tub and shit. Yeah, you see?
That one time I got grounded for like a year and a half or something.
Yep. But fucking, we in the hot tub and shit. Motherfuckers are knocking on the door like, yo, we trying to get in. You can't, motherfucker. Well, how the fuck you get in here? Don't worry about that. Who the fuck is you? Don't even worry about that.
Yeah, that's not something you need to know.
I'm 17 years old in this bitch, man, doing this shit, yeah? Fucking pounds of weed on the fucking table, half at it. You know what I mean? It was good times back then, man. Good times.
Colossus.
Yeah, that was Colossus days. That was the name of my car. that was actually a name that a homeboy gave me when we played basketball in school.
Y'all lucky you made it out. Y'all lucky you made it with your pounds of weed on the floor back in the day, man.
Yeah, man. It was good.
Look, lucky one time didn't run up on you.
Shit, we got kicked out of the Hojo. Of all the fucking hotels I've ever been in, the motherfucking Hojo is where we had the problem at, man. Like, soccer was a big thing. I didn't know that it was a big deal. And we kept trying to find a room for the hotel party that night, right? Couldn't find it because everybody was booked for this soccer tournament that was going on. So I'm getting pissed. So I go to the Hojo. They say I couldn't get the room because I was too young. So I had my mom get the room, right? Fucking go up in there. Got me. It's me, Jay, and two other shorties, right? We're in the room now. We still got to wait for one more homeboy, one more shorty to get there, right? So as soon as we get in the room, I dumped the pound out on the table. He got the fucking tub full of ice and the beer and liquor. We good to go. I twist one up, and as soon as I hit that lighter, hit that motherfucker one time. Who the fuck is at the goddamn door right now? I know Black Boy is not off right now. There ain't no way. So I'm spraying shit as I'm walking backwards to the door. They can hear the spray. I don't give a fuck. I was like, yeah, who is it? It's the hotel management. I'm like, management? What the fuck you want? I need to come in the room. I said, no, you don't. She goes, I need to open the door. So I opened the door and I had the latch on the door, right? Open the door, it's got the crack in it. She got two good old boys behind her, right? These yeehaw looking motherfuckers. They looking at me all stupid like, you know, one of them, you got a pretty mouth looking motherfuckers, right? They behind her, right? And she's like, I need to speak to the person that rented this room out. I said, no, you don't. She ain't here. They was like, well, we need to see everybody's ID. I said, again, you ain't getting that either. She's like, well, I need to be letting this room. I was like, no, you ain't. She's like, well, I'm gonna call the police. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I open the door. She never comes in the room. I open the door. She looks around. She's like, y'all gotta go. All right, bet, no problem. Yo, King, get the shit out the motherfucking tub. You get the weed off the table. We rolling the fuck up out of here, right? The yeehaw behind her was like, you want me to call the law on them? She said, nah, the law's gonna catch up with them. I'm like, bitch, you don't know who the fuck I am. Once you let me out of here, you fucked the fuck up. Man, we got in the motherfucking whip, took off, hit a back road, dipped out the county with the quickness, man, right? Now we trying to figure out where the fuck are we gonna go with all this goddamn weed, all this liquor. The girl that was rolling with us, she stole a pillow from the Hojo because she got scared. She's like, yeah, I said, man, where this pillow come from? I fucking took it. I'm like, God damn it, fuck. Mama gonna get charged for that one, but it's all good, right? So she was like, yo, we can go to my house. I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna just tell my mom to sleep on her good ear. She's like, well, we gotta give her a fucking reason. I said, tell her that I got kicked out. You know what I mean? Because her mama loved me. She was like, all right, bet, I got it. Go in there and tell her mama that I got kicked out, turn over on the good ear. Shit, man, we partied our asses off that night in that motherfucking joint. That was when,
Sleep on your good ear.
Huh?
Sleep on your good ear.
That's what she told her mom. She said, sleep on your good ear. Because she knew we was going to be loud. She said, Mom, sleep on your good ear. Man, Mama came through for us that night. I was like, bet, we had to, Had to give Mama the money for the hotel we lost, but fucking, it was all good.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that said,
Yeah.
we're going to have to bring this episode of the Mason and Friends Show to a close. We'd like to thank you so much for listening.
Yes, we do.
We'd like to encourage you to check out old episodes as well as new episodes.
And, I'm sorry for the glistening, but, it's a little hot in this motherfucker.
Like, share, and subscribe. Don't worry about Mike and his shiny face.
Please
But
do.
the air is on, bro. Like, you're going to have to get used to the elements in this establishment,
I'm a
bro.
fat motherfucker.
But you already know the climate change inside the building here. You know the climate change,
That's
dog.
rough. We're getting it under control.
Yeah,
It can go from 0 to 100. The only
ain't too
building
bad.
in
It's the
fucking
first
Warrington that can go from 0 to
It's the first
100.
2 episodes right now. We're good.
But anyway, thank you so much for listening. Listen to old episodes. Keep trying to get things done you're trying to get done.
Yep.
Be nice to people
There
that
you
look
go.
like you, and be nice to people that don't look like you. Don't be a dick.
Little bits and by little bits, ladies and gentlemen, keep moving forward.
Invest in your mental wealth and protect your energy.
Smoke ribs every day.
Smoke ribs every day.
Smoke ribs every day. So, keep trying to work on the shit you're trying to get done, because that's how it gets done. You got to keep grinding every day, man. Be a professional. Get that shit in there.
We
do a little something.
believe in you.
That's right. We believe in you. We love you very much.
Love
keep
y'all.
grinding. We love you. Peace be with you.
Gone.
We out of here.